Stop everything, because what just happened between boxing champion Claressa Shields, rap veteran Papoose, and hip-hop legend Remy Ma has the entire industry in absolute chaos, in a shocking twist that no one saw coming. Claressa just went public with a statement that has left fans, insiders, and even the hip-hop world's biggest names clutching their phones in disbelief. Yes, you heard that right. Claressa has confirmed that Papoose is her baby daddy. The internet practically broke the second her words hit the timeline. Within minutes, hashtags exploded, memes spread like wildfire, and fans were screaming, "How could this happen?" Because for years, Papoose and Remy Ma have been celebrated as one of hip-hop's strongest couples, a ride-or-die love story that survived prison sentences, industry drama, and every rumor thrown at them. But with this bombshell, that fairy tale may have just shattered in front of the entire world. And here's the kicker. According to insiders, Remy Ma's reaction wasn't calm, wasn't composed, wasn't silent. She completely lost IT. Reports say she erupted in fury, unleashing anger so raw it left everyone around her stunned. But what exactly did Claressa say that has flipped the hip-hop world upside down? And how did Remy Ma respond when her empire of loyalty and respect was suddenly put on trial? Buckle up, because this isn't just a scandal. It's an all-out betrayal that could change hip-hop history forever, for years. The love story of Papoose and Remy Ma has been one of hip-hop's most celebrated sagas. Their bond was seen as unbreakable, their loyalty legendary. When Remy was locked away for years, Papoose became the symbol of devotion in the hip-hop community. He stayed faithful, waited for her release, and held her down through every trial. Fans idolized them, putting their marriage on a pedestal above the messy scandals of other celebrity couples. But now, that pedestal is shaking. Claressa Shields, the Olympic gold medalist and world champion boxer, often called the GWOAT greatest woman of all time in her sport, has entered the picture in a way nobody saw coming. Until recently, Claressa was admired for her fierce athleticism, outspoken nature, and unapologetic confidence. She wasn't tied to Papoose and Remy's world. Or so it seemed, the Papoose and Remy legacy. Before we unpack Claressa's shocking revelation, let's rewind. Papoose and Remy's relationship was built on survival, in an industry notorious for breakups, betrayals, and public meltdowns. They stood as proof that love could outlast even prison bars. Papoose famously married Remy Ma while she was still incarcerated, an act that turned him into a cultural icon of loyalty. Fans coined them hip-hop's Bonnie and Clyde, but with more class, more strength, and a deeper love story. They weren't just another couple. They were an empire. They built their careers, raised their kids, and constantly reminded the world that they were solid. That's why Claressa's words hit like a nuclear bomb. Because if Papoose truly fathered her child, it means the foundation of that empire wasn't just cracked. It was a lie. Who is Claressa Shields? For those outside the boxing world, Claressa's rise has been nothing short of historic. She won Olympic gold medals back-to-back, dominated in professional boxing, carried herself with the same bravado as hip-hop's toughest rappers. She's brash, fearless, and never one to hold her tongue. And she's no stranger to controversy. Claressa has made headlines for fiery interviews, bold callouts, and clashes with critics who underestimate her. That confidence has earned her millions of fans and plenty of haters. But until now, her name had never been tied to the world of Remy and Papoose, which raises the question, how exactly did these worlds collide? Whispers of tension, believe it or not, the whispers started months ago. Fans noticed Claressa and Papoose interacting at industry events, posing for photos and exchanging words of admiration online. At first, nobody thought much of it. Papoose is known for supporting talented women in the culture, and Claressa has often leaned into hip-hop energy to build her brand. But then subtle signs began to surface. Claressa was spotted courtside at events where Papoose was also present. Rumors spread of private dinners, backstage meetings, and cryptic captions that some interpreted as inside jokes. At the time, Remy brushed off the gossip. She posted pictures with Papoose, flaunted their unity, and doubled down on their brand as hip-hop's power couple. But now, in hindsight, those subtle signs look like red flags. The power dynamics part of what makes this scandal so explosive is the contrast in reputations. Remy Ma has fought for decades to maintain her respect in an industry that often disrespects women. Papoose has been the embodiment of loyalty, standing tall as a husband who never wavered. Claressa, she's a fighter literally and figuratively. She's built her career on being unafraid of anyone, whether it's in the ring or in front of the camera. By going public with her claim about Papoose, she's taking on not just Remy, but the entire myth of their perfect marriage. And for fans who've long believed in the Remy-Papoose love story, this feels like betrayal on a Shakespearean scale. The breaking point: so what pushed Claressa to go public? According to insiders, Claressa had grown tired of the whispers. She didn't want to be painted as the other woman in the shadows. She wanted the truth out, no matter how ugly it was. That's why, in a recent appearance, she dropped the bombshell with zero hesitation. Calm, confident, and unflinching, she declared Papoose as her baby daddy. The words were like dynamite, and the aftershocks are still being felt. Cliffhanger now. The question that everyone is asking: how did Remy Ma react when the woman outside her marriage stepped forward and claimed her husband as the father of her child? Because according to those who were there, Remy's response wasn't subtle, wasn't calm, and wasn't forgiving. She lost it in a way that stunned even her closest allies. And that moment set the stage for one of the ugliest public meltdowns hip-hop has ever seen. It happened during what was supposed to be a casual, celebratory moment for Claressa Shields. She had just finished an event, smiling for cameras, when a reporter asked her a question that seemed harmless at first. Instead of dodging or brushing it off, Claressa leaned into the microphone, smirked, and said the words that detonated hip-hop's strongest couple myth: "Y'all keep guessing. But let me just put it out there. Papoose is my baby daddy." The room froze. The crowd gasped. Journalists nearly dropped their recorders. In a matter of seconds, Claressa had turned what could have been another round of gossip into a full-blown scandal. Confirmed by her own mouth, the moment goes viral, the clip spread across the internet like wildfire. Within an hour, Twitter timelines were filled with shocked reactions, disbelief, and memes. One user wrote, "I need oxygen. Claressa just announced she had a baby with Papoose, while Remy's been out here preaching loyalty." Another said, "Not Claressa stepping into love and hip-hop territory like this. I'm still screaming." TikTok edits of the moment racked up millions of views overnight, looping her words with dramatic slow motion and captions like, "The end of hip-hop's fairy tale." And fans weren't the only ones reacting. Behind the scenes, Remy Ma herself was about to unleash fury. Remy Ma's explosive reaction, according to multiple insiders who claimed to have been in the room when Remy heard the news. The Bronx rapper didn't just get upset, she exploded. She slammed her phone on the table so hard it cracked. One witness said, "She started pacing back and forth, yelling, 'Nah, she's not about to play me like this.'" Another insider added that Remy's anger wasn't just about Claressa's statement. It was about betrayal. The idea that the man she had trusted above all else, the man she had held up as the model of loyalty, could be the center of this humiliation. She kept saying, "I built everything with him, and this is how he pays me back." The source revealed. Papoose put on trial, but here's where things got even messier. Instead of immediately rushing to defend himself, Papoose stayed silent. No tweets, no statements, no live streams. For a man known for publicly praising his wife at every opportunity, his silence was deafening. Fans quickly noticed. One viral tweet read, "Papoose posts Remy every holiday, every anniversary, every Tuesday. But Claressa drops this and suddenly he's quiet. Oh, he guilty." Another user wrote, "Papoose is the one who made us believe in black love. If this is true, I don't believe in anything anymore." The silence turned Papoose from a symbol of loyalty into a man under suspicion. And the more he stayed quiet, the louder the speculation grew. The first twist, Claressa drops receipts as if her public declaration wasn't enough. Claressa doubled down. Hours later, she posted a cryptic Instagram story, a picture of a baby stroller with the caption, "He knows. I know y'all will know too." That one post set the internet ablaze. Fans started dissecting the image, zooming in for details, looking for hidden clues. Some swore they spotted a chain in the background that looked eerily similar to one Papoose has worn in past photos. Then came the kicker. Claressa liked a fan's comment that read, "Remy better stop acting like she didn't already know." That simple like was taken as confirmation that this wasn't just a random claim. Claressa was painting the picture of a relationship that had been known in private circles and was now being dragged into the public eye. Remy Ma snaps in public. The breaking point came when Remy, unable to contain herself any longer, went live on Instagram. Her face was furious, her tone sharp, her energy unlike anything fans had seen before. "Don't play with my family. Don't play with my name," she snapped, pacing the frame. "Y'all running with this mess like it's facts. But let me tell you something, anybody coming for what I built will regret it." The live was raw, emotional, and unfiltered. Fans flooded the comments, some defending her, others asking outright if Papoose had betrayed her. At one point, Remy paused, tears welling in her eyes, before muttering, "I gave my whole life to loyalty. If this is true, I swear to God." The live cut off abruptly, but the damage was done. Screenshots and clips spread instantly, showing Remy's meltdown in real time. The hip-hop community reacts within hours. Other celebrities weighed in. Joe Budden tweeted, "This is messy. Too messy. Pap, you gotta say something." Bro, Cardi B chimed in on Instagram, "Man, if this is real, I'm heartbroken for Rem. That's supposed to be forever love." Meanwhile, 50 Cent couldn't resist trolling, posting a meme of Claressa in boxing gloves with the caption, "She knocked Remy out the ring." The community was split, some siding with Remy, others watching in stunned silence, and a few daring to suggest that maybe Claressa was telling the truth. Cliffhanger: by the end of the night, one thing was clear. This wasn't just gossip. It had turned into a war of receipts, silence, and rage. Claressa had made her move. Remy had fired back emotionally. And Papoose. His silence was beginning to look like an admission. But here's the real twist. Whispers began circulating that Claressa wasn't done. Sources hinted that she had more evidence ready to drop: photos, texts, maybe even messages that would blow the lid off this scandal completely. And if those receipts surface, it won't just be the end of Remy and Papoose's fairy tale marriage. It could be the scandal that redefines loyalty in hip-hop forever. When Claressa's bombshell first dropped, it already felt like hip-hop's version of an earthquake. But nobody could have predicted how quickly that tremor would escalate into a full-on cultural explosion. Because what Claressa did next wasn't just bold, it was devastating. Claressa doubles down. Live less than 24 hours after her declaration, Claressa went live on Instagram. She didn't look nervous. She didn't look shaken. Instead, she appeared calm, collected, and maybe even a little smug. Holding her phone steady, she said, "Y'all keep calling me a liar, but I don't play about my child. Pap knows what it is. He can keep silent, but I won't. If you want proof, then keep watching." That was all it took. In seconds, tens of thousands of fans flooded the live stream. Comments were flying so fast you couldn't even read them. Supporters screamed, "Drop the receipts," while haters accused her of cloud chasing. But Claressa wasn't finished. She held up a screenshot of what appeared to be a text conversation. The name at the top, Pap. The messages seemed to show Papoose checking in about a doctor's appointment, followed by Claressa replying with baby updates. The screenshot wasn't crystal clear, but it was enough. Enough to make the internet go crazy. Enough to throw gasoline on an already raging fire. The industry splits in two as the live ended. Celebrities began picking sides. Fat Joe, longtime ally of Remy Ma, posted on Twitter, "Don't believe every headline. Remy and Pap are solid. These streets are full of lies. but other voices weren't so quick to dismiss it. Singer Kashea Cole tweeted and deleted, "I love Remy, but Claressa sounds too calm for this to be fake. Something's off." The division grew louder as hip-hop media outlets ran with the story. The Shade Room posted side-by-side clips of Remy's tearful live and Claressa's confident declaration. Captioned, "Receipts or clout. Fans demand the truth." Remy's fury hits new heights meanwhile. Remy wasn't just angry, she was boiling. According to insiders, she felt humiliated, betrayed, and cornered. One source close to her claimed, "She's not just mad at Claressa. She's mad at Pap for letting it get this far. His silence feels like a betrayal." Another insider revealed that Remy confronted Papoose behind closed doors in what they described as a screaming match. Allegedly, her words were brutal. "I gave you my whole damn life, and this is how you repay me." But instead of denying Claressa's claims outright, Papoose reportedly stayed evasive, asking Remy to calm down and insisting things aren't what they seem. For Remy, that wasn't good enough. The shocking reveal, the baby photo, then came the reveal that nearly broke the internet. Claressa posted a black and white photo of her baby, not unusual, until fans zoomed in and noticed something shocking. Hanging from the baby's neck was a small chain, not just any chain, but one nearly identical to the custom gold chain Papoose has been seen wearing in countless photos. The caption? Just 3 words, like father, like son. That single post triggered chaos. Comments exploded. Fans began posting side-by-side comparisons of the baby photo and pictures of Papoose, pointing out similarities in the chain, the nose, even the baby's eyes. One viral tweet screamed, "Nah, that baby is Papoose's twin. I'm sick." Another wrote, "This is beyond messy. This is hip-hop history falling apart in real time. Papoose's deafening silence through it all. Papoose remains silent. No posts, no denials, no explanations. His Instagram, usually filled with family tributes and proud dad moments, went completely quiet. And the longer he stayed silent, the worse it looked. Some fans began speculating that Papoose was lawyering up. Others claimed he was trying to protect Remy by refusing to dignify Claressa's claims. But the majority opinion was simple. Silence equals guilt. One fan wrote, "If this wasn't true, Pap would have shut it down in 5 seconds. The fact that he's quiet. Yeah, Remy deserves better." The industry backlash. Record labels, promoters, and industry insiders began whispering about the fallout. Papoose had built his brand on loyalty and family. His image was tied to the very idea of being a devoted husband. If Claressa's claims stuck, that image would be shattered. A music executive told Hip Hop DX, "This isn't just a scandal. This kills his whole brand." Papoose was loyalty. Now he's a liar. That's hard to come back from. Even Remy's career could feel the impact. For years, she and Papoose presented themselves as a united front. If the unity cracks, so does the brand. By now, the entire hip-hop world is holding its breath. Claressa has played her cards, but everyone knows she has more. Rumors suggest she's sitting on videos, voice notes, maybe even photos that could end all speculation. And Remy? Insiders say she's preparing to go nuclear. Her live meltdown was just the beginning. Friends claim she's gearing up to expose Claressa Pap, or both, in a way that will shake the industry to its core. The question is no longer whether Claressa's claim is true. The question is how much damage it will cause, and whether Remy and Papoose's perfect love story can ever survive. Because if the next receipts drop, it won't just be the end of a marriage. It could be the end of hip-hop's most iconic love story. The fallout from Claressa's public confirmation didn't just rattle Remy and Papoose's household, it detonated across the entire hip-hop community. What started as a shocking statement had now transformed into a cultural war zone, with fans, celebrities, and insiders all weighing in on who to believe and what this scandal really means. Twitter turns into a war zone within hours of Claressa posting the baby photo with the infamous chain. Twitter, or X, became ground zero for the drama. The hashtags #PAPOOSE, #RemyMa, and #CLARESSA started trending simultaneously. Supporters of Claressa went in hard. She don't need clout. She's a champion. If Claressa says Pap is the baby daddy, I believe her. Others defended Remy fiercely, posting throwbacks of her and Papoose together with captions like, "Loyalty like this, don't die." Pap and Remy been solid too long for one rumor to break it. The division was brutal. Every hour, thousands of new tweets pushed the feud further into the spotlight. And each side was digging deeper, pulling receipts, memes, and old clips to prove their points. Celebrities picked sides. It wasn't just fans. Major celebrities jumped into the conversation. Adding gasoline to the fire, Cardi B, who has long admired Remy, posted on Instagram Live, "Remy don't deserve this. She's been through too much. If this is true, Pap, man, you broke all of us, not just her." Boxer Gervonta Davis defended Claressa, tweeting, "Y'all think she's lying? Claressa, don't lie. She too real for that. If she said it, then believe it." Meanwhile, 50 Cent, the king of trolling, couldn't resist. He posted a meme of Papoose looking stressed, captioned, "Pap got more rounds outside the ring than in it." Remy ain't gonna like this one. The reactions weren't just playful, they were polarizing. Some saw Claressa as brave for speaking her truth. Others painted her as reckless for exposing something so personal in public. Hip-hop media erupts. The biggest gossip platforms went into overdrive. The Shade Room flooded their feed with Claressa's screenshots, Remy's angry live, and side-by-side comparisons of the baby and Papoose. Hollywood Locked ran with the headline, "Claressa claims Pap as baby daddy. Is this the end of Remy and Papoose's love story?" Even Breakfast Club radio hosts jumped in. Charlemagne Thaw God called it the craziest plot twist in hip-hop love history. If Pap is guilty, then love is officially dead. Angela Yee, more cautious, said, "We need proof. Screenshots ain't enough. If Claressa really has receipts, now's the time." Fans in shock, anger, and tears. Perhaps the most telling reaction came from the everyday fans who had looked up to Remy and Papoose as proof that loyalty could survive in the entertainment industry. Many expressed heartbreak, tweeting things like, "They were the only hip-hop couple I believed in. If Pap cheated, love really don't exist." Others, especially women, sided with Remy emotionally. "We stood with her through prison. We celebrated their wedding, and this is what she gets. Nah, this hurts." On TikTok, women posted teary-eyed videos talking about how Remy's pain reminded them of their own heartbreaks. One video, captioned, "When you realize even Remy Ma can get played," racked up 3 million views in 24 hours. Industry insiders whisper behind the scenes. Whispers grew louder. Some claimed Claressa's proof was just the beginning. A well-known blogger hinted, "What y'all saw was round one." Claressa got more. She got videos. She got receipts that can't be denied. Just wait. Meanwhile, insiders close to Remy said she was devastated but gearing up for battle. One source claimed, "She's not going to sit back and let this define her. Remy's about to clap back in ways nobody expects." Rumors even swirled that Remy was already writing a diss track, not aimed at Claressa, but at Papoose himself, the cliffhanger by the end of the week. One truth was clear. The public had split into two camps. Team Claressa, who believed her and demanded Papoose own up, and Team Remy, who defended her fiercely and called Claressa a homewrecker. But all the noise couldn't cover up the silence that mattered. Papoose still hadn't spoken. And in that silence, a question grew louder and louder. Is Papoose hiding the truth, or preparing for the biggest denial hip-hop has ever seen? Because if Claressa's next receipts drop, Claressa's believe could include voice notes or photos, it won't just be a scandal. It'll be the death of an empire built on loyalty. By now, what started as a shocking revelation had transformed into a wildfire engulfing the entire hip-hop world. Claressa had gone public, Remy had erupted. Papoose had stayed silent. The fans had divided. But just when everyone thought the drama had reached its boiling point, a final twist emerged that nobody, not even the closest insiders, saw coming. The whisper of secret recordings whispers began to spread that Claressa had more than just texts and photos. According to sources close to her camp, she was sitting on voice recordings, alleged phone calls where Papoose could be heard acknowledging the baby. One blogger, known for dropping insider tea, tweeted, "Screenshots were just the warm-up. Claressa's got audio. And if it drops, Pap's image is finished." This rumor alone sent fans spiraling. Could it be true? Did Claressa really have the smoking gun? And if so, why hadn't she released it yet? Some speculated she was saving it for maximum impact. Others claimed she was holding it as leverage in case Remy or Pap tried to discredit her further. Either way, the possibility of those recordings added a whole new layer of suspense. Remy's counterstrike plans at the same time. Remy wasn't sitting still. According to insiders, she was gearing up for an all-out counterattack. Reports claimed she had started reaching out to media outlets to schedule interviews where she would tell her side. But here's the shocking part. Remy wasn't just planning to defend herself. She was allegedly preparing to air out dirt on Papoose himself. One insider claimed she had been holding on to secrets for years. Financial troubles, personal drama, even allegations of disloyalty that predated Claressa's bombshell. She never used them because protecting her marriage mattered more. But now, that loyalty had been shattered. As one source put it, if Pap really betrayed her, then Remy's not going down alone. She'll take him with her. The baby's future in question. Another twist that added fuel to the fire was speculation about the baby itself. If Papoose truly is the father, then this child would forever be tied to the legacy of Remy and Pap's marriage, a marriage already hanging by a thread. Legal. Analysts even began weighing in, suggesting that if Claressa pushed the issue, a paternity test could become unavoidable. And if that test confirmed her claims, the scandal wouldn't just live online. It would become a matter of legal fact. One commentator put it bluntly, if this goes to court, it won't just ruin a marriage. It'll redefine hip-hop's most iconic love story in the ugliest way possible. Fans braced for the next move. The streets were buzzing, fans were restless, and social media timelines couldn't stop refreshing. Everyone wanted to know, what's the next move? Would Claressa drop the recordings? Would Remy unleash her counterstrike? Would Papoose finally break his silence and tell the world his truth? But here's the kicker. Whispers began circulating that all three of them, Remy, Papoose, and Claressa, had been approached by producers from multiple reality shows. Yes, you heard that right. Some were already pitching the idea of turning this real-life drama into a televised spectacle. Imagine it. Remy Ma confronting Claressa on camera. Papoose caught in the middle, the receipts flashing across the screen. Fans couldn't decide if they were horrified or desperate to see it happen. So, here we are. Claressa has dropped her bombshell. Remy has lost it. Papoose is trapped in silence. And now, the whispers of secret recordings. Looming counterattacks and even reality TV deals threaten to escalate this scandal into something far bigger than a love triangle. The hip-hop world is holding its breath, waiting for the next blow. Because the truth is, one more leak, one more recording, or one more move from any of them could end this story forever, or ignite it into the biggest hip-hop scandal of the decade. The only question now is, who will make the first move? Claressa with her recordings, Remy with her secrets, or Papoose with his long-awaited confession? Whatever happens next, one thing is guaranteed. This isn't just the end of Remy and Papoose's fairy tale. It's the start of a war that could leave reputations destroyed, careers derailed, and fans questioning if loyalty in hip-hop was ever real at all. And now, family. We're standing at the edge of the biggest cliffhanger hip-hop has seen in years. Claressa made the boldest move of her career by publicly confirming Papoose as her baby daddy. Remy Ma unleashed her fury for the world to see. And Papoose, the man we once called the face of loyalty, has chosen silence. But silence speaks volumes. And right now, the world is demanding answers. This isn't just a scandal. This is the unraveling of an empire. For years, Remy and Papoose were the definition of ride or die. They were the couple that gave fans hope that love could survive prison rumors and the industry's chaos. But one claim, one baby, one photo of a chain has ripped that fairy tale apart. Now we turn it over to you, the audience. Because this story doesn't just belong to Remy, Pap, or Claressa anymore. It belongs to hip-hop culture, to every fan who believed in their love. And to everyone watching this play out in real time, drop your thoughts in the comments right now. Do you believe Claressa's receipts are real? Or is this all a dangerous publicity stunt? Is Papoose truly guilty of betrayal? Or is his silence part of a bigger plan we don't yet understand? And the hardest question of all, if the recordings drop, will this destroy Remy Ma and Papoose's legacy forever? Or will they find a way to survive this storm? The internet is already divided. Team Remy is fighting tooth and nail, defending their queen. Team Claressa is demanding justice and truth. And stuck in the middle is Papoose, the man whose next move could make or break everything. If you've been following this saga, you'll already know the next chapter is inevitable. More receipts, more leaks, more jaw-dropping twists. And when they come, you'll want to be the first to hear about them. So smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss a single update. Because this isn't just a scandal. It's the beginning of a war. And remember, in hip-hop, loyalty is everything. But when loyalty dies, chaos takes its place. The question is, whose chaos are we about to see next? Stay tuned. The story isn't over. It's only just begun. It's only just begun.